Next question, question 2. The label on a 1 1/2 pound bag of wildflower seeds, oh how nice, states that it will cover an area of 375 square feet. Based on this information, what is the number of square feet that a 1 pound of wildflower seeds will cover? Okay, so we have 1.5 pounds covers this amount. How much is 1 pound going to cover? Right off the bat, you know your answer. And that's because you can use estimation. And we're going to go through this problem to make sure we know how to do it precisely. But, I mean, if you have 1.5 pounds, and if that equals 375, you know that 1 pound is going to equal a little less than 375, right? 1 pound is going to equal a little less than 375, and this is a huge amount less, this is a little less, this is more, and this is way more. So you know your answer is going to be B. But, you know, what if this wasn't an A, B, C, D, you know, multiple choice question? What if this was a, you know, a free response or a constructed response problem? We should go through it. But just, I mean, as a way to check your answer, use estimation. If 1.5 pounds is going to get you 375, you know 1 pound is going to get you a little less than 375, which is going to, 250 is your only reasonable answer. Well, let's go through it. First, what are we to make of 1.5? We are good when we have fractions, we are good when we have decimals, but when we have mixed numbers, what does that mean? So again, 1.5 pounds, you can think of it as this. You have a whole and then you have a half. So how many halves do you have? Well, you have 2 halves here and you have 1 half here. So 2 halves plus 1 half is 3 halves. And if you want to run the algorithm, you can say 2 times 1 is 2, multiplication, and then add across plus 1 is 3. So the algorithm, or the formula, is multiplication of the denominator to the whole number plus the numerator. 2 times 1 gets you 2, plus 1 will get you 3. So 1 1/2 equals 3 halves. 1 1/2 equals 3 halves. And that kind of makes sense, right? Because how many halves do you have? You have 1 half, 2 half, 3 halves, and they're all halves. So 1 1/2 equals 3 halves. All right, so let's plug that in. Square feet per pounds. Square feet per pound. You have 375 square feet for 1 1/2 pounds, which is the same as 375 square feet for 3/2 pounds. So how many square feet are you going to get per 1 pound, right? Because that's what the question's asking. Let's use our cross multiplication skills again. We have 375 times 1 divided by 3/2. Well, 375 times 1 is just 375. And you can think of that as 375 over 1, because any number divided by 1 is that same number. And then we're going to have that divided by 3 halves. How do we divide by a fraction? We're going to keep, change, flip, keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep this as 375 over 1. We're going to change division to multiplication, and we're going to flip this to from 3 halves to 2/3. And what do we do now? We just multiply on top. 375 times 2 is 750. Divided by 3 is going to equal 250. So there we go. That's our answer, 250. Again, you can multiply by the reciprocal if you want. Multiply by 2/3. Multiply by 2/3. That's the same way. That will get you 250 as well. But if you do it out through cross multiplication, you're still going to get 250, which is our answer. But we already knew that through estimation.